This is beautiful. Bless. Let's do a quick check-in. Checking in with these bones, checking in with these bodies. How are you feeling in your body? Are you noticing any areas of your body that would like a little more love, that would like a little more attention? What are you noticing? Let me know in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself.
I'm stiff. I feel, stiff overall. I just feel stiff.
Okay. Just overall. Anyone noticing any specific areas of the body where the stiffness is?
My back, my shoulders, like every part inside, like the extremities are like hanging, everything. It's, that connects to like,
okay.
Yeah.
Bless.
My corpse.
Okay.
I'm so used to feeling like this. I don't even know if I'm stiff or not. So
okay.
I don't feel particularly stiff, but I probably am quite locked up.
So today we'll get into something to stimulate those shoulders, open up in the back, open up in the hips a little bit. Absolutely. Okay.
For me, it's my right thigh, but it's muscle tightness for sure. Muscle tightness in both my thighs, but right especially.
Okay, so the right thigh. All right.
Hi, Ami.
Hey.
And of course, my left knee is still an issue, even though I got a steroid injection. So it's a little relief, but it's going to be a problem. It's until it's not.
Okay. So left knee, hips, shoulders, back. Okay. Thighs. That right thigh. We're going to do both thighs with that right thigh. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. The doors are officially closed. So I want to invite you to find a comfortable spot on your mat. You can feel free to lay back on your back, or if it's more comfortable to sit up, you can feel free to sit up. And of course, as we mention all the time, from now, it's good if you would like to have the extra supports, have your blankets, your pillows, yoga blocks, bolsters, whatever you got at arm's reach, so that in any posture throughout today, you can put them where they need to go to bring you greater ease, to bring you greater comfort as you move into your postures, move into your movements. So just go ahead and find that grounded position, whether it is laying down or you're sitting up. I just want you to connect with how you're breathing, just noticing how you're breathing. There's no need to necessarily change how you're breathing. Just to notice how you're feeling in your body, how you're breathing. Just to become a little bit more acquainted with this moment. And you might find yourself just making some organic movements just to kind of settle in to that grounded position. And if you're sitting, you want to be on your sit bones, feeling those bones in your bottom, feeling those sit bones and allowing yourself to gain that grounding, aligning in the spine, expanding in the collarbone, belly button toward the spine, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, gently. Back of the neck long. And we're going to begin with a body scan. And a quick reminder, Beginning here with this seated position, I want to invite you to bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet, your toes, the balls, the heels of your feet, bringing your awareness to these areas and taking a moment just to send some attention, send some love, send some gratitude there. Expanding that awareness to the tops of your feet, to your ankles, continuing the body scan up to your shins, your calves, just feeling how they are. And with your breath, beginning to incorporate our breathing now more intentionally. With your inhalations, I want you to fill up any spaces where you feel tension in your body as we scan. So any areas of tension in your feet, ankles, calves, your knee joint, just filling them up with your breath, with that life force, with that love, that intention of gratitude, that intention of release, of letting go. And on the exhalations, allow yourself to sink a little more deeply into your rooted position, to melt a little bit further into your position, whether you're sitting or laying down with your exhalations. So inhaling, continuing the scan up to your thighs, your hips, your pelvis, your reproductive organs, really bringing your awareness to these spaces and taking a moment just to send some love there, just to be present. No matter what you're noticing, just setting aside the label of good or bad, just being here, being here. And with your exhalations, just releasing into a deeper relaxation, melting a little bit further into your grounded position. Continuing the scan up to your lower abdomen, your lower back, mid back, your core, all of that core, rib cage, your lungs, your heart space, your upper back, your collarbone, just bringing your awareness to your full torso. And with your inhalations, filling up those spaces that need a little extra nourishment with your breath, and that knowing that your life force, your energy travels where your breath leads, sending love and appreciation there. And on the exhalations, releasing, letting it melt away, letting the tension melt on its own, sinking a little more deeper into the relaxation. Continuing the scan up, bringing your awareness to your arms, your upper arms, elbows, forearms, all that. Your wrists, the palms of your hands, your knuckles, fingertips. Noticing, taking in how you're feeling, taking in this moment, and sending love, using your breath, filling up the spaces, sending love and appreciation to your arms. And on the exhalation, release. Allow for that release to happen effortlessly. With the intention follows the action. Sinking a little more deeply into your grounded, seated or laying down position. Continuing the scan up to your shoulders, your neck, the back of your neck, where the base of your neck meets the bottom of your head, your jawline, just noticing any areas of tension within your neck and your shoulders, shoulder blades, all of every bit. With your breathing, sending that life force, sending that love to those areas of your being, those areas of your body, of your shoulders, of your neck, that would like to have that extra nourishment. With gratitude, exhale, release, let it go. Sinking deeper into this grounded position. Continuing the scan up, noticing how you're feeling in your cheeks, the space behind your eyes, your temples, noticing any areas of tension in your forehead, in maybe even the back of your head, the top of your head, just all of the little nooks and crannies of your face and your head. Bringing your awareness there, sending your breath to any areas that it is required, any areas that you would like to send extra love to, extra nourishment to, invigorating those cells, remembering that those cells are of a self-healing ability. Within your brain, there's so much power within your heart, within your brain as well. And with your exhalation, just releasing, allowing the tension to melt on its own, finding yourself more grounded in your seated or laying down position. Right now, I want to invite you to set an intention for your time here, for our practice together. In a few words, or maybe one word, hold it in your mind. What is your intention? What is the energy that you wish to embody, the feeling you wish to experience? What is the most desired outcome of this time together as we embark on Kemetic yoga? What is that for you? Feel it in your mind. Hold it in your mind. What is it? Peace. What is it? Hold it in your heart. Feel it in your heart. What is it? And hold it on your tongue. The word has so much power. There's so much power in the word. I want to invite you to speak it out loud, even if you are muted. Speak it out loud. Your freedom intention. And we'll be coming back to this throughout the practice. So at this point, I want to invite you to bring some movement back into your body. So we're going to just bring some movement into your hands, into your feet, and coming into those organic stretches, organic movements that feel good in your body. Whether you are seated or laying down, just beginning to listen in, beginning to tune in to what feels right within your body. Maybe a roll of the shoulders, maybe an opening up before we get into the formal practice. Oh, there's someone in the. Did not even notice. Okay. So, at this point, let's go ahead and begin with a sequence that is called it's referred to as the spider sequence. And the sequence is one where we'll find ourselves on the mat to begin with. So I want you to find a comfortable position with your feet extended out in front of you. And whether you were sitting just before or laying down, we're going to begin the sequence laying down on our backs. I'm just gonna move the mic a little closer so you can hear me better as we do this. So coming
Can you
to-
hear us? Thumbs up.
Yeah, just to check in.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So coming down, easing back onto your mat, your back pressed against the mat, creating space in your collarbone, releasing in your lower back, just lessening the gap between your lower back and the mat, feet extended, hands by your sides. I want you to flex your feet, beginning that engagement, that activation in your legs, beginning to flex and notice in your thighs how that feels, notice in your feet, notice in your calves how it feels. And we're going to begin with the left side of our body, activating the sacred feminine, activating the right side of the brain. And we're going to lift that left knee, lifting the left knee, planting the left foot down onto the mat. And with the inhalations, we're going to imagine our energy traveling up our spine to the crown of our head. Tongue is connected to the roof of the mouth or just behind the teeth to close the circuit of our energy. And on the exhalation, I want you to grab hold of your shin and exhale that thigh toward your chest of your lifted knee. With the exhalations, the breath travels through to the feet and the hands. Inhale, creating space in your neck, creating space in your lower back, drawing your chin up toward your knee. Exhale, deepening the stretch, drawing that thigh closer to your chest and your chin closer to your knee. Breathe here. Go ahead and lift up that right foot. Let it hover over the mat. Core engaged, belly button to spine. Inhale, energy traveling up the spine to the crown of the head. Exhale, energy dispersing through your hands, through your limbs, to your feet. Core engaged, strong. One last breath here before we switch to the other side. Inhale, noticing any areas of tension. Send your love there, send your intention there, your energy there. And on the exhalation, I want you to release your head and neck back down, feeling your energy within your body, releasing both feet down to the mat, extending both feet. Feet flexed, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So lifting that right knee, planting the right foot on the mat, inhaling, creating space in our lower back, creating space in our collarbone, creating space in our bodies. And on the exhalation, drawing in that thigh toward your chest. So hugging in to your body. Inhale, creating space in your neck, in your shoulders, shoulders released away from your ears. And exhale, your chin toward your knee. Belly button toward the spine. Go ahead and lift that left foot to have it hover over the mat. And here you can have your feet flexed or you can point them. Inhale, continuing to breathe deeply. Inhale, energy rising up the spine, creating space in your body. Make those micro adjustments that feel good to you. And exhale, releasing the breath, deepening the stretch, hugging a little more closely, belly button toward your spine. You are strong. Come back to your freedom intention. Inhale, one last breath here. Neck long, Energy rising. Pause to savor and exhale through the nose. Releasing the breath, feeling your energy throughout your hands and feet. Go ahead and release your neck gently, your head back toward the mat. Releasing your feet as well. From here, we're going to lift both knees, lifting both knees now so that both feet are planted about hips width apart. And we're on the inhalation going to create that space in our torso, shoulders released, core engaged, belly button to spine, neck long. And on the exhalation, hugging in both thighs toward the chest. Core engaged, really hugging yourself in as far as you can, trusting your body, continuing to breathe, inhaling through the nose, energy rising up the spine to the crown of your head, seated within your pineal gland between your eyebrows. On the exhalation, we're going to deepen the stretch, lifting the chin toward the knees, core engaged, lower back is released, shoulders released away from your ears. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. One more breath here. Breathing in through the nose. Make those micro adjustments that feel best to your body. And exhale a little deeper into the stretch, squeezing, engaging, engaging, engaging. You got this. Send that love where it's needed. And on the exhalation, release your head down, releasing your feet back down to the mat. You can grab hold of your ankles if you're able, or just have your hands planted right by your feet or near your feet on the mat. From here, we're going to realign in the spine, reconnecting in our freedom and tension energy, rising with the inhalation up the spine, creating space in the body, shoulders released away from the ears. And on the exhalation, we're going to lift the hips straight up as though a string is pulling our hips up toward the sky. Feet are at hip width or shoulder width apart, whichever feels best to you. Your hips all the way to the sky. Your glutes are engaged here.
Outsides of the feet parallel.
Outsides of the feet parallel, that's right. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhaling, energy rising. Pause to savor and exhale through the nose. Energy, feel that energy travel where it's needed in your body, sending love throughout your body where it is needed. What was your freedom intention again? Hold it in your heart. And on the exhalation, release your hips back down to the mat gently, slowly, feeling how it feels within your body. We're going to do this one or two more times. So here we go. Inhaling through the nose, creating the space in the body, making those micro adjustments that feel good to you, creating alignment in the spine, shoulders released, and exhale, lifting the hips up toward the sky like a string is pulling them straight up. Glutes engaged, core belly button is toward that spine, core engaged. From here, you can stay here and breathe here, or you can go into a full spider, bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Hands under your shoulders, elbows to the sky, pushing away from the hands and lifting into full spider. Or stay right where you are if that feels good. Breathing in through the nose. Energy traveling up the spine to the crown of your head. Exhale through the nose. Releasing, feeling that energy throughout your body. Release, lowering slowly down. Head first, then neck, then upper back, then lower back. We're going to do this one more time. And remember your options. Inhaling, energy rising, creating the space in our bodies, preparing for the movement. Shoulders released. Collarbone expanded, heart open. Exhale, hips lift up to the sky like a string is right there with you. Feeling them thighs, feeling it in the core, feeling it. Release your lower back. Don't collapse your back. Bring some fluidity in your lower back. From here, you can breathe here, continuing to breathe here, or you can go into full spider. Hands right under your shoulders, grounded at the peace signs and the finger pads, lifting up to a full spider, opening fully in the back. Breathing at your own pace, listen to your body, make those micro adjustments. What was your freedom intention again? And on the exhalation, release slowly down. Head, neck, upper back, mid back, lower back. Great job. We're going to roll it out. So give yourself a little roll, massaging that lower back. Breathe through it, continue to breathe. Inhaling through the nose, energy rising up the spine. Pause to savor, fill up. And on the exhalation, feeling the energy course throughout the rest of your body. If the little circles feel good to you, do that. If just the rocking from side to side feels good to you, do that. And releasing. Go ahead and extend your hands out as though you're trying to touch the walls you're closest to your head, as though you're trying to touch the walls closest to your head, and you're trying to touch the walls closest to your feet with your fingertips. Just stretch out, engaging your hands, engaging your arms, engaging your legs, and inhale, engaging, engage, inhale, engaging, engage, inhale, engaging, engage. And on the exhalation, release, relax, and all of your muscles and all of your body, just relax all of that. Coming back to your breathing, inhale through the spine. Just take a moment to notice how it feels. Filling up the spaces that need a little extra nourishment with love, with your energy, with your awareness and attention. Pausing to savor, and on your exhalations, sink a little deeper into this moment. Noticing how you feel in your body. Feeling the energy of your body. From here, we're going to come gently to seated. You can roll to one side and come up, or you can use your core and lift straight up that way. I did not do that, but do whatever you feel good to do. Okay, so now we're at a seated position. Go ahead and ground at your sit bones, feet extended. We're going to open up the hips. We just did a lot with the back. Now we're just going to open up the hips with the single leg forward bending sequence. Inhaling through the nose, finding that alignment in your spine as though a string of energy is pulling you gently up toward infinity. Releasing in your shoulders, expansion in your collarbone, releasing in your lower back. Your core is engaged. You're not putting any strain on your lower back. And on the next, just breathe that out. On your next inhalation, arms come to rise gently up toward the sky. Strong arms. And on the exhalation, we're going to hinge from the hips, feet flex, just coming forward, bringing your hands toward the wall in front of you. And just allow your hands to kind of come down toward your left ankle or your left shin, wherever you can reach.
And don't feel no shame. I'm all the way at my knee.
Yeah, don't feel no shame. Where you at is great. Creating that space in your spine on your next inhalation. Inhale, create the space in your back, remembering you're hinging from the hips. We don't want to hunch, hinging from the hips. And on the exhalation, we're going to gently lift that left leg up. So if you need to have your right hand next to you to ground you, do that. Or if having both hands on the left ankle is good for you, do that. So lifting up, create that alignment again. So inhale, realign your spine, make those micro adjustments that feel best in your body. And on the exhalation, we're going to bring that leg a little deeper into the stretch toward you. Exhale. Bending at the knee, we're going to hug in our calf baby and give it a little rock. Cradling the calf baby, give it a little rock from side to side, opening up the hip joint. Opening up the hip joint. Realigning in the spine. Inhale, collarbone expanded, shoulders released, lower back released, core engaged. And on the exhalation, we're going to release the foot down to the, well, you could. So I'll give you an option, right? So here you can either release your foot down to your inner thigh and breathe here, or from that calf baby cradle, you can bring your toe toward your ear toward your toe. So whichever one meets where you are right now and flexibility, do that. Breathing here. Inhale, hands come up gently toward the sky, creating the space in the spine, creating the space in the lower back, core engaged, hinge from the hips, flat back, folding over your front extended leg. And take your time, you might not go all the way down just yet. Inhale, breathe into it. Inhaling, creating the space in your body, shoulders released, core engaged, lower back released, and exhaling, deepening the stretch, releasing a little bit further into the forward fold. Taking your time, continuing to breathe, reconnecting with your freedom intention, reconnecting your tongue connection, the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth, just behind the teeth is fine. One more breath here, see if you can go a little deeper, realigning in the spine on the inhalation. And exhale, release, melt into the challenge. Hands extended in front of you, core engaged. Inhale, release, coming back up to seated. And exhaling, extending that left foot out in front, releasing your hands down to your thighs. From here, you can shake it out. Shake out those knees. Shake out those ankles. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So coming back
Get a sip of
on,
water, take a sip.
coming back on the sit bones. On the next inhalation, hands come up toward the sky, creating the space in our spine, releasing in our lower back, releasing our shoulders away from the ears. And on the exhalation, hinging from the hips, flat back, coming forward, reaching toward that right ankle. Inhale, energy rising up the spine, creating space in the torso, realigning. And exhale, lifting that right foot up. Inhale, creating space in the spine, realigning your body, shoulders released, lower back released, core engaged. Exhale, that leg a little closer to you. Even just with your attention, even with your awareness, even if your foot is right where it's at, just sending that love right where it's needed. Exhale, give a bend in your knee. We're going to bring that right arm under and around, just to give a little cradle to that calf baby. Get a little open in the hip joint, opening up the pelvis. A little rock-a-bye calf baby on the treetop, yes. Sending love to yourself, appreciation to your body, reconnecting with your freedom intention. What was your freedom intention again? From here, you can continue to rock here, or you can give a pause and you can bring your ear toward your toe toward your ear. You have options. Inhale, realigning the spine, and exhaling, ear toward toe toward ear. And release your bottom of your foot toward your inner thigh. Inhaling, hands come up gently toward the sky, creating that alignment, reaching, shoulders released away from the ears, belly button engaged. Exhale, hinging from the hips, coming forward fold over your front leg. Hands planted on the mat, wherever they lay is just fine. Inhaling, creating that space in the spine, realigning in your spine. And on the exhalation, send that life force energy throughout your limbs, right where it's needed. Deepening the stretch, belly button toward your spine. I'm gonna breathe here for another breath. Inhaling through the nose, energy rising. Core engaged, shoulders released, collarbone expanded. And on the exhalation, sinking a little deeper into the posture, releasing, letting go a little bit more. Leaning into it a little bit more. Core engaged, activate that core, strong core, hands out in front of you. Rise, inhale, rise up, back to seated. Feeling your energy within your body. And on the exhalation, extending your feet out, releasing your hands down slowly towards your thighs. Take a moment to feel here, to notice what you're feeling.
Lisa says this is so good.
Shake it out. Shake out your knees if you need to. Shake them out. Shake out your ankles if you need to. Shake them out. Okay, from here, we're going to bend both knees slightly, right? Or as far as you need to. We're going to move into a pyramid forward fold. So both knees bent, hands come to slide gently down toward the ankles. Inhale, create that space in your spine, long spine, core engaged toward your spine, everything with the spine. Shoulders released away from your ears. And we're going to, on the exhalation, draw your chest toward your thighs. If you need a little bit more of a bend, go ahead, if that's what it takes. Breathe here.
Keep those shoulders released.
Shoulders
It's
released.
easy to lift the shoulders in this one.
Inhaling, finding that space, creating the space, making those micro adjustments that work for your body. And exhale, sink a little deeper, just kind of like fold over. Allowing your breath to give that little massage in your abdomen. Massaging the pancreas, massaging the stomach, massaging the liver. Massaging. One more breath here. Inhale, energy rising up the spine to the crown of your head. Pause to savor, to notice, and exhale, release a little more. See if you can go a little deeper, maybe extending your feet out a little more, lessening the bend, if that feels good to you. If not, just keep breathing here. Keep sending the love, the energy where it needs to be. One more breath here, energy rising up the spine. Finding that alignment, making those micro adjustments in your body, shoulders released away from your ears, core engaged, lower back released, and exhale, releasing the entire pose, coming back to seated. Very good. Let's take a moment to observe. Reconnect with your breathing. Reconnect with that 4-part breath. Inhale, pause to savor. Exhale, pause to savor. Inhale, energy rising up the spine, noticing, feeling. Pause to savor. Exhale, energy dispersing throughout your body. Send it where it is needed. Pause to savor and repeat. Here we're going to lift both knees once more, planting both feet on the mat. You can have your hands a little behind you. We're going to come to Sesh Pose Variation 2. So our feet are bent at a 90-degree angle. Knees are together. And the outsides of the feet are parallel. I'm going to show you the outsides of the feet are parallel. So your bottom, your sit bones are going to come to rest on your heels. Outsides of the feet are parallel. Your feet aren't doing this. That's how you mess up your ankles. Your feet aren't doing something else. Outsides of the feet parallel, big toes touching. Knees resting. From here, you're going to breathe in Sesh Pose. Hands lift.
If need be, you can put a pillow or blanket between your sit bones and your heels.
Yes, that's a good suggestion. Especially starting out, if this is your first time and you need a pillow or a blanket to give some extra cushion to your ankles, go ahead and place that between your bottom,
your sit bone, yeah, your bottom and
your heels. Yes.
Sorry.
Once you're in your position, you're going to inhale, hands come up gently to shoulders height, energy rising, and exhale, hands come down slowly to rest on your thighs. This is a meditative pose of the scribes of ancient Egypt. Continuing the breathing pattern, inhaling energy rising up the spine to the crown of the head, coming down to the space between your brows, expanding in all of your torso. Pause to savor, exhale, energy dispersing through your limbs to your hands and your feet.
Reflexology points that you're putting pressure on in your feet are corresponding with your third eye chakra, I believe.
Yes. And continuing the breath, inhaling, energy rising up the spine. One last breath here before we wiggle out them toes. Pause to savor, exhale, energy dispersing through your hands to your hands and your feet. Noticing, come back to your freedom intention. Very good. From here, we're going to ease onto all fours. Go ahead and wiggle out your toes, flex, point them. You can rotate your ankles, changing directions. Feel it out. If you need a blanket under your knees, go ahead and place it there. This is your practice. Now we're going to point the toes and lay the tops of the feet down, activating other aspects of the feet, other aspects of reflexology. We just stimulated our sinuses by sitting on our toes. We just stimulated our brain by sitting on our toes. Now we're going to stretch in the opposite direction for balance in the feet. Easing back, you can use your hands to ease back gently, bringing those sit bones to sit on your heels. A new stretch, new stretch.
New stretch, who this?
New stretch, who this? Inhale, energy rising, hands come up to shoulders height. Make those adjustments you need to. Exhale, hands come down slowly, grounding on your thighs. Breathe here. Sesh pose variation 3. Meditative pose. Continuing the breath, inhaling through the nose, energy rising up the spine to the crown of the head, coming to sit in your pineal gland, where the space between your brows, between your ears. And release, exhale, releasing the posture, releasing the pose. You can ease onto your hands and knees, releasing the strain from your knee by having your hips in alignment with your knees. Go ahead and point, flex those toes, rotate them ankles. Yes. Hands grounded. And we're going to come gently to standing. So however you get there is perfect, hinging from the hips, coming to standing. Inhale. We're gonna bring the big toes to touch, outsides of the feet parallel, grounding in our feet, activating the pinky toe, the big toe, and the heel. Lower back released. Shoulders released. Inhaling through the spine. We're going to gently lift our hands up toward the sky to 3/4 of the way on the inhale. Pause to savor. And exhale, palms touch up toward the sky. Look up. And exhale, your head and neck back. Releasing in your shoulders, releasing in your head and neck. Inhale, gaze comes forward. We're going to bring the thumb and index fingers to meet up top. Thumb and index fingers meet up top. Inhale, creating space in your spine. Expansion in the collarbone, belly button toward your spine, lower back release, and exhale, hips come forward for balance. Arms come out to the side, shoulder blades meet, releasing in a full backward bend. Taking your time, wherever you at is great. Inhale, creating space, don't collapse your lower back, creating space in your body. And exhale a little deeper. Inhale, gaze forward, coming back to standing, fingertips back up top toward the sky, palms meet up top, and exhale, hands come down to heart center. Take a moment just to give thanks. Coming back to your freedom intention. What was that again? Inhale, creating space in your body. Exhale, releasing your hands down to hover over your thighs. Inhale, energy rising. Lower back release, shoulder blades release, belly button engaged toward that spine. And exhale, hands down to the sides. Go ahead and give us a gentle swing in your arms. Like the pendulum, activating those kidneys, activating your liver, pancreas, your abdomen, all of that. And let them just find their natural stopping place. Great job. Great job. This has been a morning practice. Let's talk for a minute before we go, right?
Right.
We'll bring you close. So welcome to this moment. Hey loves, how are you feeling? You can feel free to unmute yourself. I think everybody's muted. How are you feeling in your bodies? How are you feeling in your mind and your heart? How are you feeling?
I think it was wonderful. However, it let me know how stiff I am. So it was kind of difficult for me to stay in some positions, and I apologize for being late. Family stuff got in the way, or I allowed it to get in the way. But I'm so glad that I joined. I mean, you're just phenomenal. You guys, I tell you, never cease to amaze me.
Bless. I'm so glad that you feel good, and that's okay because these are challenging.
Yeah.
Even for me, like coming back to that realignment, making the adjustments that feel good to you is the key. And every day we have up and down flexibility. That's okay. That is okay. What were your freedom intentions? That's what I'm really curious. What was your
Mine
freedom
was
intention?
mine was to release. And I like now that I just feel like the oxygen going throughout my body more. It feels good. I'm breathing deeply and I love it. So yes, feeling good.
Bless. To release.
Lisa says mine was worth. She says, I feel great. And she said mine was worthiness.
Worthiness. Bless.
Mine was trust.
Trust. Souls was trust. Mine was peace. Mine was peace. Bless. Lisa
No,
said,
you're not muted.
I've been talking, but I think I'm still muted. You're
You
not
might be in a
muted.
Bluetooth. It might be connected to a Bluetooth that's not right near you or something. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Shows that you're not
But-
muted. We can't hear you though, but we
Yeah.
know that you're here and I appreciate you for being here. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for being here, taking the time. This has been Sunday morning Kemetic yoga with Coach Tenci. And so we're doing this every week, Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. And it is officially on the calendar. So
Use that.
so feel free, yeah, if you want to be reminded of it for next week, I'm going to put the link to the calendar here, and you can literally just copy it to whatever calendar you use, and you won't have to go fishing around for links or anything like that. So it's coming as soon as I can type it. Calendar. Yes, in the chat. There we go. So that's the link. And all of the events are on there. Let's see. Lisa says, I chose not to go to church today, but when I do, I'll look for the replay. I can feel the healing. Yes. Thank you for saying that too, because the replays are posted in the Freedom Tribe. So the Freedom Tribe Facebook group, whenever we have a class, those replays will always be in there. So feel free to tune in there. If you just want a random
Queenie, you all right?
dose. I think you just feeling the vibe.
Yes, this is the side effect.
Yeah.
Queenie's in the zone. She's in the zone.
Yay. This is so
I just looked.
beautiful.
I was like, wait a minute, is she cool?
You look like you was soaking it in. But I feel you. So may this energy carry you through to the rest of the day.
What's the affirmation today?
Ooh, the affirmation for today is I look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings, and I see only love within the world. So I look past the seeming errors, mistakes, or misunderstandings, and I see only love within the world. So may that energy, just knowing that however you are right now is perfect,
No gang signs, babe.
Oh, well, this is a mudra for balance. You're right. This is a mudra for balance. So if you want to do a hand gesture that embodies the energy of
She
balance.
said, with the balance.
You're right. You're right. We already wearing too much red.
I know, right? I'm supporting, you know. Anyway.
But yeah, this is beautiful. Jokes aside, I want to leave you with a few words just to seal up the practice. And these are ancient words. These are words from Medu Neter, also known as the hieroglyphs, the language of ancient Egypt. These words are simply Ankh, Uja, Seneb, Mer, and then some other words that are Spanish, like salud and ashe, not Spanish, but also here. So Ankh is the energy of eternal life, the life force that flows through all things eternally, acknowledging that divine presence. Uja is a word that embodies the energy of strength, prosperity, and wholeness, being complete. Seneb is an energy that embodies wellness in all ways, unconditional wellness in all ways. And Mer is a word that embodies unconditional love, unconditional divine love. And of course, salud is to your health. And ashe, there's power in the words. So be well, sending love, unconditional love, always and always. Enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your month. And I will see you on the Freedom Tribe.